This is HSK9, Radio Thailand World Service, broadcasting from Bangkok for listeners in Asia and the Pacific, the Middle East and Africa, Europe and America. It is now time for our broadcast in English for listeners in Europe.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
To our Thai and international listeners, welcome to Voice of Thailand's News Hour for Sunday, September 25th, 2022 on FM 88 Radio Thailand. I'm Dongtip Siribong.
And I'm Pentip Chongprang.
Hoping you're having a pleasant Sunday morning. Let's get you through to today's key headlines. In national news, tropical storm Noru forecast to hit Thailand on Tuesday.
And in business news, PTT unveils Thailand's hydrogen economy roadmap.
And in international news, Europe's energy crisis will extend until end of 2023.
Let's take a look at those top headlines and many more details.
National news. A very good morning again. Let's look at today's national news. We begin with a storm warning. The Meteorological Department has issued a storm warning for Thailand concerning the Noru storm, which is expected to hit Vietnam, Laos, PDR, and Thailand on Tuesday and Wednesday, bringing heavy to very heavy rainfall to the north and northeastern region of Thailand. Moreover, it is said that the monsoon trough over the southern part of the northern region, the Central Plains and the southern parts of northeastern region is forecasted to intensify during the same period, and this will bring a lot of rain to all parts of Thailand except the south. Bangkok will see rain throughout since last night, with heavy rainfall being reported in Minburi, Lat Krabang, Bung Kum, Sai Mai, Kanayao, and Sapan Sung area, resulting in flooding. The Meteorological Department has advised people in Bangkok to brace for high tides and heavy rain today, which may hinder efforts to drain water into the Chao Phraya River and its network of canals. Widespread flooding was reported in several northeastern, northern, and central provinces today. The National Water Command Center has forecast that the level of Moon River will remain high until the end of this month, and river overflows are expected in many areas. In Ubon Ratchathani, defense volunteers in boats on Moon River were advising riverside residents to notify officials 12 hours in advance if they want to evacuate to a temporary shelter. In Phimai district of Nakhon Ratchasima, municipal officials and volunteers are using sandbags to plug the drainage system to prevent water from seeping into the Phimai Historical Park and the commercial area of the district.
And moving on to the CCSA report, the Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration, or CCSA, yesterday reported 607 new cases, 14 new fatalities, and 745 fully recovered and discharged from hospitals. Since the beginning of the pandemic, Thailand has recorded approximately 4.67 million confirmed cases and 32,706 deaths. Today's infection numbers will be reported at our midday news hour. Meanwhile, visitors to Thailand will soon be free to show a COVID vaccination or certificate, to not show a vaccination or test certificate starting October the 1st. In other words, these will be waived for foreign arrivals as well as Thai arrivals from abroad. Public Health Minister Anutin Charnvirakul announced the changes after meeting with the National Communicable Disease Committee. In that meeting, it was also deemed unnecessary for people with mild or no symptoms to enter isolation. The minister said the committee decided to redefine COVID as a contagious disease under surveillance. New measures will be adopted, such as advising infected people to continue to use their face masks and wash their hands frequently, as well as social distancing for at least 5 days. After the 5 days, the restrictions would typically require a COVID-19 test has also been lifted. The move comes as the Department of Disease Control Deputy Director General concluded that the current coronavirus symptoms are not appearing to be severe, with many infected people displaying only cold-like symptoms. The Our government has been planning to move to a post-pandemic era for some time, with health officials describing the situation as more of an endemic than a pandemic. Just 2 days ago, the cabinet removed the virus from a list of forbidden diseases among foreign visitors, essentially allowing foreigners to enter the kingdom even if they are infected with COVID-19.
And moving on to student loans. The government will lose about 6 billion baht in revenue per year if students with loans from the student loan program are exempted from paying their interest and their fines in case of a default, according to the Deputy Government Spokesperson report Ratchada Thanadirek. The House Representative recently approved by a majority vote a draft bill on student loan funds which seeks to exempt interest payment on loan extended to students as well as fines in case of default in repayment. The draft bill will need to be forwarded to the Senate. According to the government spokesperson, the government has extended 702 billion baht in loans to 6,284,005 students since the student loan program was launched in 1998 academic year, after the cabinet agreed to, on January 16, 1996, to create the student loan, which is a legal entity. Of these, about 1.6 million students have fully repaid their loan. About 3.5 million are in the process of repaying their loans after their completion of study, and 986,668 are still studying, while 68,707 have died or became disabled. For 2022 academic year, an estimated 38.8 billion baht in new loans have been extended to 638,132 students. Over 27 billion baht had been repaid by the student during the academic year as of September 20th. The government spokesperson further stated that apart from the 6 billion baht interest and fine revenue loss per annum, the student loan fund has a management fee which is estimated to be about 2 billion baht per year. She also disclosed the list of 25 universities with the best record of loan repayment by students. They include Payao University, Silpakorn University, Ratchamankala University of Technology Lan Na, Naresuan University, Chiang Mai University, Mae Fan Luang University, Mahidol University, Prince of Songkhla University, Thammasat University, Kasetsat University, Technology Suratnari University, Burapha University, and Chulalongkorn University.
And moving on to the BMA, the Bangkok Governor Chachat Sithipan is reconsidering face mask requirements for the capital following the government's decision to revoke the emergency decree on COVID-19. Speaking during a visit to Pamprap Satru district on Saturday, Pamprap Pai rather. On Saturday, he said the capital's administration would address control of the coronavirus using the Communicable Disease Act now that the emergency decree is to be ended, and the National Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration, or CCSA, is to be dissolved as of October the 1st. The governor stated that this would mean the Bangkok Metropolitan Authority, or BMA, will take a more active role in managing the illness with the city's Communicable Disease Committee to meet and discuss a new strategy on September the 29th, where experts will be consulted on prevention and control measures, including the wearing of protective masks and other issues. The governor further stated that Bangkok has the highest vaccination rate in the country. It has since seen a low number of hospital admissions due to infection. The CCSA on Friday discussed voluntary vaccinations for children 6 months to 4 years old, as children who do not receive the jab will not be barred from attending school.
And moving on to mule accounts for corn artists. According to the Assistant Governor of the Bank of Thailand, Sirithida Panomwana Ayutthaya, has raised concern over increasing number of youth being duped to open saving accounts in exchange for money. The so-called mule accounts are used for ill purposes by scammers for fraudulent online transaction, call center scams, or online bets so that they cannot be traced back to the bad actors. The central bank instructed commercial banks to monitor suspicious transaction among accounts opened by youths. A maximum daily amount for transaction via the mobile banking app is being recommended for all banks, especially when it concerns young persons. At present, the maximum amount is 500,000 baht a day, which is quite high. The Bank of Thailand has worked with the Cybercrime Investigation Bureau, Ministry of Digital Economy and Society, the Anti-Money Laundering Office, the National Broadcasting and Telecommunication Commission, and the Thai Bankers Association to find measures to root out fraudulent vendors and scammers.
Let's take a quick look at the weather. The air quality in Bangkok today is moderate at 61 and the PM 2.5 concentration is 3.4 times above the WHO safe level. Rain is expected all day today in most parts of the country, with the exception to the deep south. Details are Bangkok's temperature will be between 30 and 24. Scattered rain expected all day today with heavy rain later in the day that will last until tomorrow morning. In fact, it hasn't stopped raining as yet. Chiang Mai will experience temperatures between 27 and 22. Rain continued from last night will continue all day today until the next day. Pattaya temperatures will be 29 and 24. Likewise, rain that continued from last night will continue all day today until the next day. In the northeast, Khon Kaen will experience temperatures between 28 and 23. Heavy rains are expected to start in the afternoon and will continue until the next day as well. On the southern islands, Phuket, temperatures will be between 27 and 23. Cloudy conditions all morning. Heavy rain is expected to start in the afternoon and continue until the next day. And Songkhla will experience temperatures between 31 and 23, with heavy rain expected only in the afternoon.
And those were the national news. Up next is the local business news. Do stay tuned.